Harold Vanderlyn. He's Head of Equity Strategy, Asia Pacific with HSBC, joins us live from Hong Kong via Skype. Vanderlyn, good morning. Thank you for joining us. What is your assessment? Do you think 18th of September, when the Fed meets again, that event will be more like a no event because too much of permutation and combination and too much of financial adjustment is already over?
No, I don't think it will necessarily be a non-event. Of course, we get more reading out of what the Fed is thinking. But what it could be the case is that we don't really get a clear answer. That the Fed says, well, yes, we will taper, but it will only by so and so much. And then the question will be, when are they going to taper even more? And what is the next step they're going to take? So it's not going to be that on the 19th of September we're going to wake up and things are going to be very clear to us in terms of the amount of tapering or the timing of the tapering taking place. It might well be that we have an idea that they might do something later in the year, but we're not quite sure when exactly or what exactly and by how much and things like that. So we'll be in this time of further uncertainty of how they're going to unwind that.
Harold, hi, morning. In the run-up, though, to the Fed meet, do you think dollar would appreciate vis-a-vis emerging market currencies?
I think a lot of emerging market currencies have probably reacted very quickly, very fast. So I wouldn't be surprised we're going to get some short covering taking place and we're going to get a snapback. But my overall suspicion is that in particular for emerging markets in Asia, where I look at, is that we've reached the highs earlier this year. That was May this year. That from here on, we're going to have lower peaks and deeper troughs, in particular in some markets. In the meantime, you're going to get some of these rallies, short covering taking place. We're probably right in the middle of one of those rallies.
How important is Syria? Because if I look at the economic importance of Syria, it is not a big producer of oil.
No, Syria in that sense, in an economic sense, of course, is not extremely important. It doesn't belong to the top 20 largest economies in the world. It has a couple of important points, though, to make. First of all, of course, is on commodity prices, oil. And I think you spoke with one of your other people on this channel just prior to me on that particular matter. The other thing is, of course, the strength of the presidency. If, for example, Obama would like to push through but struggles to get it through Congress, what does that mean for his other policy making for the rest of his presidency and things like that?
Harold, let's talk about India, because we've seen a strong short covering led rally in the last two sessions. You've got the SGX Nifty as well holding up, and it all sort of coincides with the new central bank governor in charge, that's Raghuram Rajan. Are expectations extremely high in terms of what he could do to turn around the economy?
I suspect yes. I think India will go through a very natural adjustment process whereby you have a weaker currency. In order to address the current account situation, your imports will slow, your exports will most likely improve, and that will then turn that situation a little bit around, and somewhere later next year we get a bit more of a normalization in the external account. That will simply take time. The central bank, of course, helped with this particular situation, but I'm not quite sure if one man can really do all of this. You need close coordination with the Ministry of Finance. I think India needs to reform more, which lots and lots of people have spoken about in the past, but not a lot of this has happened. I think it's good that we have somebody in the central bank who's willing to act quite proactively. We've seen this in other parts of the region as well. In Indonesia, we had also a change in the central bank governor, for example. He's also stepped onto the plate quite quickly. But I think in India in particular, the situation will take some time. You will have to deal with much slower growth going forward in 2014.